make you guys pretty with my Bob Ross brush. This ASMR. I feel like I saw dust come off that. I should probably wash that. Never washed it before. Hey, hi, hello, I'm Queen of Vikings, and today I'm going to be answering questions about my eye. I've made multiple videos about this pretty much since I started making content because it is usually what people notice and they have questions and I want to answer them the best I can. I have I think 10 to 15 questions, which pretty much encompass every single thing that I get asked whenever people notice it. Here's a close-up of my eyeball. That's my sound effect for put a picture here. It's the way I only noticed it recently. That happens. Don't blame yourself. It's fine. Is there a reason? It's pink. It's low-key pretty. So it's actually white a lot of the time. It's really only pink either after I've smoked the devil's lettuce or if I'm crying. It will be pink. So it kind of is like a mood ring. Can you die from it? No, I don't think so. I hope not. Probably not. Probably not. It's cool looking. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Does it bother you? Sometimes. So I don't actually know what happens. This is just my theory with it. It's a full circle in my eye. You just only see half of it on the outside of the eyeball. And my theory is that cysts pop, right? And they hurt when they pop. I've had cysts before in other parts of my body and they hurt. And occasionally it will get really red and inflamed to the point that actually for the first time, when I look usually in the corner here, I can actually feel it almost like a rock in it. That's the only time it bothers me, whenever it gets like that. And my theory with that is that it is leaking from the inside, because then my eye waters so much, so much. I don't get it. So that's my assumption. I'm guessing it's that. Is it actually that? I don't know. If there's doctors out there, please tell me why it does that, because it freaks me out. Doesn't it make you aware of each time you blink because of the tickling? No. I don't feel it at all. Does not tickle. Don't even know it's there. I often forget it's there until I notice somebody will be looking at me and all of a sudden they go whoop when they're talking to me. And they keep doing that thing. And then I kind of notice and I'm like, you can ask about it. It's okay. Because as adults we're taught, you don't ask about things that people have on their, we don't ask. And I encourage you to ask. I would prefer everybody know what it is. Does it have a name? I've never given it a name. It's not like Michelle, But my father calls it the star. My Pearl. Pearl is the name I grew up with it, I guess. It's the girl with the pearl in her eye. That was my name. That was me. And when I got into content, you guys started calling it the anime eye. So I guess Star, Pearl, and Anime Eye are the names for it. Were you born with it, and can it be safely removed if you want it? Yes, I was born with it. For me, no, it can't be safely removed. So I was born with it, came out the womb, opened my eyeballs, and it was there. Freaked my parents out, obviously, because they were like, what's up my child's eye? But actually, my father's great-grandmother, or my father's grandmother, one of the two, had that. So I'm guessing there was probably a genetic component to that. As for removing it, because, like I said, it is a full circle in my eye, if they were to take it out, I would just have a hole in my eyeball. A suggestion that I got when I was younger was that they could shave it down so it wouldn't be so protruding. But I didn't see a point in that because there would still be a mark on my eye. It just wouldn't be, three-dimensional. So I was like, well, there's no point in me going through a surgery to try to, make me look more normal when it's still gonna be there, Can you wear colored contacts or just normal contacts with it? P.S. Love you. Thank you. No, I can't. If I ever want to wear contacts, it is only this eyeball. I guess that would be a benefit to the shaving, huh? But no, I can't wear contacts in that eye. It's unfortunate. Does it limit your field of vision on that side? E.g., I don't know what that means. Your eyeball can't move so far to one side. No, it doesn't. I can whoop, and I can whoop, and I can whoop, and I can do that. Ow. It does not limit my field of vision at all. I can still see everything perfectly fine. I guess when it does get irritated, it doesn't affect my field of vision, but like it just hurts to look in that direction, but it doesn't limit it. No questions. It looks awesome, kind of like an anime drawing. Thank you. Does your eye get dry easily, or does your eyelid slide funny over it? Valid question, is just I like the wording of it. The eye does not get dry easily. It actually leaks quite a bit. I don't know how to answer that second question. Because, like, if I close my eye, I can touch my eyelid and I can actually feel it if I move my eye around. Like, I'm touching it right now. But it doesn't, like, I don't feel like it's funny. Like, I don't blink and then feel like a, you know? Like, it's if I touch it and blink, then I can feel it. But I guess I don't think so. Not gonna lie, I thought it was some type of wild yet cute piercing. Thank you. Never heard that before I did content. I see hair on it. Does it itch or get in your eyelashes? Also, has anyone tried pulling the hairs? I love you, Queen of Vikings. Okay, well, thank you. 3 questions in that one. So, does it itch? It itches like an eye itches. Doesn't itch any differently. It does bother me though, the fucking hair. So it comes out of one, I guess pore is the word I'm gonna choose to use for this. And it comes out of one, but there's 2. There's 2 little hairs. One is much smaller than the other, so it's kind of like this a little bit. This one is the one that gets in the way sometimes, in 2 aspects. One, because the eye is sticky, the hairs do kind of stick out, but on occasion they will get stuck to the eyeball, and then they go and saunter over into my field of vision. Oh, I guess that's when it bothers me for my field of vision, was just the little hair. I have to like close my eye and kind of like try to rub it so that the hair moves. And then the second thing is when I'm doing mascara, if it's sticking out, sometimes I accidentally mascara the cyst hair. If that happens, I give up on makeup and I just take it all off because I know that my eye's gonna hurt. I know that it's going to scratch and it's going to not feel good, so I just take it all off and I forget about it. It actually happened at Montreal. Was it Montreal Comic Con? TwitchCon. I feel like I was with Wheezy. I'm always with Wheezy. I don't remember. It was at a convention, and it was TwitchCon. It was, and I felt that something was in my eye, and then I looked in the mirror, and the actual cyst had little black flecks on it, so I had gotten makeup on it. I guess that's kind of when the hairs bother me. And for that last question, no one has ever tried pulling out the hairs, nor have I. I don't, that sounds painful to me. And I don't want to be plucking anything from my eyeball in general. So no one's tried that. Does it affect your vision overall? No, except for the little eyelash. Does it hurt or just annoying? Only when it's irritated. Aside from that, not really. It doesn't hurt me. It's not annoying. No, annoying's not the right word. I'm fine in it. When I was younger, it was more annoying because everybody would point it out and I was young. So I was very insecure about it for a very long time. And as I got older, I started working with kids, and kids don't have a filter, right? So it was always, what's that pimple in your eye? Or what's the bubble? Can I pop it? And I was like, we're not going to be doing that. Small children, no. And I would politely explain what it was, and some were like, well, that's weird. And I was like, oh, that is weird. You're right. Or someone would be like, that's so cool. And then the occasional, ew. And I was just like, you know what? Your mom should have swallowed you, you know? Like, I don't say that to them, but I think it. I don't know if we can leave that in. So, no, not annoying. And I don't get annoyed when people ask about it, as long as they're, I guess, nice about it, because if you start being mean to me about it, I'm going to start being mean to you about anything that I notice, and I will be much meaner. I'm sorry, but not really. Will it affect you at any harm? No, with a question mark, because from age 1 to like 21, I'll say, there was a risk of it growing and expanding and actually blocking my field of vision. And so I did frequent tests every single year to check if it was expanding, and it wasn't. So that was good. But to my knowledge, I don't believe there's been enough research when it comes to it being in the eyeball. I could be wrong about this. I'd love to talk to like Dr. Mike about this or something. But, or a specialist. I guess it could continue to grow, but it hasn't really. So I'm gonna say no, question mark, because I feel like there needs to be more research done into it. It's from my friend's mama. I call her mama number 2. Why are you so pretty? Why do you get to have a pearl in your eye? Thanks, mama number 2. Does it itch? Like, do you feel the need to rub it? It in particular, no. The eye, still yes. Because itchy eyeball. I'm not sure how to word it, so I'll just say it. Is there a chance of it getting worse and enveloping your whole eye? I guess, well, I guess I kind of answered that one already, but I guess, yeah. So those were all the questions, but I do want to talk a little bit about my experiences with it, in case there are people who watch this video and have it, or parents with children who have it. First of all, I'm going to say that yes, you get bullied for it. I got bullied for it the entirety of elementary school, a little bit less high school. My friends that I had at the time were very good about that. Anytime somebody mentioned it, they knew that it was a bit of an insecurity. That's an understatement. It was an insecurity of mine. And they would either jump down the person's throat and go to my defense immediately, or just kind of like explain what it was so I didn't have to, because I was at that age where I was just annoyed of explaining it. I didn't understand the education value in it, because people were mean. The biggest thing for me was that my parents never made it seem like it was a bad thing. Like they called it Star and Pearl. And I'm obsessed with Greek mythology, so they would be like, oh, maybe you're a child of Aphrodite, you know, like something of the sea. Like, you love the ocean. Like, they try to, I guess, romanticize it in my eyes so that I wouldn't hate it. I still ended up hating it for many, many years. I probably only started liking it, like, when I met King. He was the first person that didn't immediately ask about it, even though I said that it's okay. Like, it's weird. It's just, this was a guy that I was starting to see, and we probably only got to like the 4 or 5 month mark before he was like, wait, what's in your eye? And I don't know if that's about his inattentiveness or he just really, I guess, didn't care about it, but it was very refreshing to be like, oh my god, wait, did he really just notice it? Like, that's kind of weird. Please note that if you are someone that has, or see someone, I guess, with it, just be gentle with them, because they could also be hating it. I remember when I was younger, I did want to remove it. I hated it because I was getting teased and I was getting bullied, and it wasn't fun. I didn't like being different. And as I grew older, I realized being different is better, because if you're like everybody else, that's fucking boring. Any sort of sense of individuality is better than just kind of conforming. I guess this turned into a different kind of discussion. But I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. The ADHD keeps like taking over. I can focus. I can do this. I'm a professional. To anyone who has it and is insecure, I understand. If I have to be the person that tells you, look, I'm confident even with it, and that does something for you, great. Because I grew up not having anybody. I thought I was, of course, I'm a kid, so I think I'm the only one with it, and I to this day, have still never seen somebody with it. I have gotten tons of comments, and that's not true, actually. Well, not in person. But I saw one duet with my video years ago about somebody that was showing me that they also had it. And that was the first time I'd ever seen somebody else have it. And I've never seen it in person. So it's rare, and I would like to talk about it more. But I feel like you can only talk about this so much without repeating the same things. To any parents that have a kid with this and they're worried, just romanticize it. Make it super great. Make it the best feature about them, the best thing about them, because those kids are going to be really mean until God's know when. And they're always going to have to deal with something. And I'm honestly, actually, I just remembered, there's one really bad experience that probably was the reason that I got so insecure on top of the bullying, and it was from an adult. I was probably like 8 or 9, and we were in a grocery store. And I was helping my mom pack up stuff, and the woman at the cashier, at the cash, was like, ew, what's in your eye? First of all, I was a child. That is not the appropriate way to talk to any child. I know this now. And me, trying to be super happy and proud about it, I said, oh, it's my pearl in my eye. And she said, oh my god, is it contagious? Don't touch me. And I remember kind of retreating and just like, oh god, I don't want to be perceived. And I remember my mom yelling. she was being so loud. She was screaming at this woman, rightfully so, but yelling at this woman for everything. And I remember getting in the car and she was just trying to reassure me over and over and over again that it was great, but the damage was kind of already done. I was like, wait, why'd you think I was contagious? And then that started an entire other issue. I love it now. Now I love being the girl with the pearl in her eye. I love being that. It is definitely a part of me. It is a part of me that I've accepted. It is a part of me that is here to stay. And I have no issues talking about it. So please note that you can gain confidence with this thing. I think that's all I got right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me babble about the thing in my eye. And if there was ever a question that I didn't answer in this, please write it below. If you know somebody that has it or you have it yourself, whatever, also write it below. Let me know if I'm the first that you've seen with this. Don't forget to subscribe. This was a little bit weird to talk about so publicly, but I mean, I guess it's just the first time I talked about it in a long form thing. I'm rambling again. Okay, bye!